We've enjoyed the continued support of the Glenn County community, the national community, and the international community. Right now, during this very difficult trial and process, that is going to be more important than ever. And so we continue to appreciate the ongoing support from the community. Any other questions?
What do you say to the defense claim that Ahmaud had been seen in the neighborhood of surveillance video on multiple occasions before all this happened?
Yeah, Ahmaud had been seen in the neighborhood. Ahmaud was an avid jogger. You would listen to the prosecutor's opening statement. She says at some point they plan to introduce his shoes into evidence because the soles had been worn out. I've been in that community before. There's a jogging community there that was familiar with Ahmaud. Everyone knows, his mom will tell you. Everyone who's ever known Ahmaud will tell you that he goes for runs both day and night. The fact that he was present on that property at night is in itself not an indication of any criminal intent. What would be was what he did when he was there, and luckily it was caught on camera. All 4 times that they demonstrated that Ahmaud was seen on camera, not a single time was he ever accused of taking anything, breaking anything. And the defense continued to mischaracterize his presence there as breaking in. You can't break into a place with no windows, doors, or trespassing signs. He was there lawfully upon the property. And their attempt to make that nefarious is, again, an aversion to criminalization of his blackness alone.
Piggybacking off that, Mr. Merritt, the defense continually said that he was plundering and plundering. What do you make of that characterization of that use of the word and throughout the opening statement?
They borrowed the term from Mr. English, who had property stolen from him, from his boat. Mr. English said that Ahmaud Arbery was never seen taking anything. In fact, there is, in fact, video of Ahmaud Arbery in the place. I don't see how that is considered plundering, walking casually back and forth, apparently catching his breath, and each time running from the yard in continuance of his jog. So I think it's a mischaracterization, but again, we expect that from the defense.
And Lee, what do you make of Kevin Goff deferring his opening statements using a Georgia law that even the judge hadn't heard about to wait till the end?
I thought that was, again, from Mr. Goff. I don't expect professionalism. I don't expect anything standard. He has made some bizarre moves during the entire trial. I expect that to continue.
You wanted a mistrial at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all so much.
Justice for Ahmaud. Hey. Justice for Ahmaud. Justice for Ahmaud. Justice for Ahmaud. Justice for Ahmaud. Justice for Ahmaud.
We just finished watching Attorney Lee Merritt and Ahmaud Arbery's mother addressing a crowd of reporters after court has wrapped for the day. Opening statements had been made. It's the first time that Ahmaud Arbery's mother watched that full video. It's difficult to watch, and particularly after hearing how the defense is characterizing every moment in that video to turn Ahmaud Arbery into a perpetrator rather than the victim. And that seems to be part of their playbook in this case. And sad to say, it is not unique to hear that when black men are victims, to question their character and their intent. Kelly?
Absolutely. We saw his mother as well as his father and, of course, their attorney, Lee Merritt, who wanted to state that criminalization of Ahmaud Arbery and his blackness is what's going on here. And as you stated, and as he stated, it's a mischaracterization of this entire case. And yet they are not surprised. They expected this, but they expect everything from the defense to come forward, but not seeking justice for Ahmaud Arbery at all, but trying to put him on trial.